I'm encouraging all of you to ask questions.
Okay. Okay. All right. You can go.
So, this is about faster than light propulsion. It's a theoretical method of transportation. Yes?
What's paradoxical?
It means it has to do with a lot of paradoxes.
What's paradoxical?
Well, they're these things that don't correspond with logic.
Oh.
Like the twin paradox and the grandmother paradox, a lot of them have to do with time travel. And when you go faster than light, you sometimes go back in time.
Oh.
Now, here's an overview. Faster than light propulsion is where a vehicle, a spaceship, is somehow accelerated to hyperluminal speeds. Hyperluminal means faster than light. The first method is the most common one, wormholes. A wormhole, it's a tunnel made out of the space-time continuum folded in on itself. Okay? Yes?
What's the space-time continuum?
Well, it's something that Einstein proposed. It's something that Albert Einstein proposed. And it's where space is elastic. It can stretch. Space and also space and time are the same thing. That's what he said. And it can stretch with gravity and speed. Okay? So a wormhole is just that two parts of it are stretched so close together that the part where they're touching opens up into what is called a throat. That's a wormhole. Now, to make a wormhole, you need to create a blob of quark gluon plasma. It's a very high energy substance, and it actually has been created in particle accelerators. Now, you need to take that blob and compress it until, its diameter is 10 to the 25th power, 10 to the minus 25th power of a centimeter. That's called a Planck length. It's named after the physicist Max Planck. And you have to force it into a virtual wormhole in a virtual wormhole is a wormhole. It's a quantum wormhole, and it only appears for a very, very, very short space of time. Yes?
Does it show every hour, every minute, every century? What is it?
What?
You just said that keeps on.
The virtual wormhole?
Yeah.
10 to the minus 100th of a second. And now the quark gluon plasma has given it energy, okay? So now what you need to do is you can't use it because it's quantum. You need to make it bigger. And, you do that with negative energy density, yes?
How do you get negative energy?
Negative energy density. It's stuff that weighs less than nothing, but that's kind of hard to create. So you can use an array of high power lasers. The optical energy pushes it out. So now you've got a traversable wormhole. Now there's one more step that you need to use to make the wormhole a time machine, but we don't really need to talk about that. Now, should we use this? Yes, but because of all the quantum particles zooming around in it, there might be unseen effects on your DNA if you use one. The next method is from Star Trek, warp drive. Now, warp drive it's a method where a spacecraft either uses matter-antimatter annihilation or a stream of exotic negative energy density particles to change the structure of the space-time continuum. Matter-antimatter annihilation is, well, there's a corresponding antiparticle for every particle there is in the universe, and if they come into contact, they both explode. So that's called annihilation. So you can use that to change the structure of the space-time continuum. Now, inside that spacecraft, it looks just like it does in Star Trek. A tunnel. Now, for the conclusion. Now, it'll take pretty long to develop faster-than-light propulsion. And, well, it took out from about 150 years to 10 to the 12th of power U. 1 trillion. That is my PowerPoint.
Wow.
Wow.
Yes?
Have people actually went through wormholes? Or
No. Wormholes are theoretical, as for the time being. Yes?
Is it really good to build a wall? If it's really, you said that if you go through a wormhole, you will go through time. You could go through time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a good idea?
Well, sort of.
Imagine there was somebody that wanted to change an odd of history.
Actually, that won't work. Because with time travel, backwards time travel, you cannot exercise free will. It may seem like you are, but let's take the example of the grandmother paradox. That's where somebody goes back in time and kills their grandmother. That's impossible. You cannot kill your grandmother before she gave birth to your mother. The gun will jam, or the police will arrest you or something. That... Okay?
wow, Mo.
These aren't my ideas.
No. Wow.
Was that within 10 minutes?
You were fantastic.
Thank you.
I have no words to. I'm gonna have to think about this for a while. I'm just so fascinated by what you were saying, and it made sense to me too, which is the best part. Wow. That was phenomenal. Phenomenal. Thank you. And
Good
you guys,
job.
good questions. My goodness. Thank you. Thank you. All right.